Hello dear friends, welcome to this program, our moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God who pursued the Word of God and took it seriously and let their lives be transformed by the Word of God. And I invite you to be co-missionaries with me by simply sharing the videos with others and asking them also to subscribe to the channel so that we reach more people through this effort of ours. Thank you. I don't know if you have paid attention that in the last few days we have been having the first reading from the book of wisdom. Actually, this book of wisdom is full of wisdom, and wisdom not of the worldly type, but wisdom that comes from God. You know, here as well as elsewhere I have heard that we don't pay too much attention to the Old Testament readings because we do not understand some of those readings or many of them readings. Yes, so they focus on the New Testament, which is good. New Testament is very rich, but the Old Testament is also part of the Bible, and lot of readings from the Old Testament are very, very rich. Actually, if you have been paying attention last days about to the book of wisdom, those readings are very rich in meaning, including that of today. The reading of today from the book of wisdom begins by saying, right from the beginning of the world, men were foolish. All men were foolish who ignored or who had ignorance of God. So not all men are foolish, but according to the book of wisdom, it says all those who had ignorance of God, they have been foolish. So the book of wisdom, also if you noticed yesterday, it mentioned about several qualities of a person who is wise and who is filled with wisdom, and the book was saying that this wisdom has a spirit, and then it went on to say how this spirit is kind, is full of affection, is patient, is good towards others, and if you pay attention, there are a lot of things that it said. And today the reading begins by that, by saying that lot of men are full. Right from the beginning of time, they have been foolish because they ignored the or had ignorance of God. So if you do not pay attention to the Word of God, then of course the reading of the book of wisdom would apply to you as well and to me. If we are not paying attention to the Word of God, which is saying, yes, what the Word of God tells us is to get closer to God. And that's why also in the gospel today, you will find that Jesus is telling people that it will be the same with you as it was with the people at the time of Noah, as well as with the time with Lot. What happened? Jesus is making it very clear. He said till the last moment they were eating and drinking. What does the first reading say? All people by nature are foolish who ignore or who have ignorance of God. And naturally, when you are ignorant of God, then exactly what happens to the people in the time of Noah or at the time of Lot? Jesus is using these words. Till the last moment, they were eating and drinking, which means they were not bothered about God. They were not bothered about their spiritual life. They were not bothered about the Word of God, to listen, to try to understand, to execute. And when they do that, then till the last moment they eat and drink. And then what happened? Yes, that's very important to note. What happened? Suddenly the floods came and everybody was taken in the flood because they were ignoring God. Or at the time of Lot, as soon as Lot left the city, there was brimstones and fire and brimstones in that city, and the whole city was destroyed, which means people were destroyed because they were they had ignorance of God, or they were ignorant of God, or they ignored God. And that is the invitation that we do today in this reflection, that let us take from the book of wisdom. Unlike people who are running after luxurious cars or only luxury and going after the wisdom of this world, rather than looking at the wisdom that comes from above, comes from God. And if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.